everyone! I've seen Spider-Man 2 at the cinema recently. I had a great time seeing this film again at the cinema. Yeah, it was fantastic. Spider-Man 2 continues to be my absolute favorite Spider-Man movie out of the 8 live-action films that have been made from 2002 to 2004. I highly recommend this film. It's excellent. And back in 2004, when this film came out, I saw the film 4 times at the cinema, and I haven't seen the film for a long time at the cinema. I mean, I've seen it on DVD and on Blu-ray, but never on the big screen. It was never re-released since 2004, I don't think. But I'm really pleased that it was released this year, re-released this year, and I got the chance to see it again on the big screen, and it's still as captivating and as gripping as I remember it back in 2004. I was a little disappointed that the film that was shown wasn't the extended cut. I was hoping that maybe, like the Lord of the Rings films, where they had extended cuts being shown at the cinema, that they would show the extended cut of Spider-Man 2. But that doesn't matter. I mean, the film itself, it's just as good both in theatrical form as well as in extended form. And even in the extended form, there are some really good scenes to take away from it. Mind you, if I have one criticism about the extended version of the movie, is that the elevator scene is not as good as in the theatrical cut. I mean, in the film, there's a scene where Peter, as Spidey, has to get down from the roof of a building to ground level, and he ends up going in a lift or an elevator, or whatever you want to call it. And he meets a guy with a dog, and the scene is funnier in the theatrical cut as it is than the extended cut. If I'm honest, I mean that's my opinion, but I find it funnier in the extended cut than the theatrical cut, than the extended cut. And the film itself, it's very moving. I mean, and it's very touching after all these years. I mean, I find the storyline and the characters just as good when watching the film in nowadays compared to when I saw the film back in 2004. The train scene, it's got to be one of the best scenes ever in film history, let alone in the Spider-Man film series. And it's very intense, and especially when Peter, as Spidey, is saving the lives of the passengers aboard the train. And I was gripped into that scene, finding it very tense, very tense driven. And yeah, I still have. I'm very pleased that it still continues to keep me, gripped after all these years. And the quieter scenes featured in the film, they're just as good as the action scenes. I mean, the scene between Peter and Aunt May, where Peter confesses to Aunt May about what happened to Uncle Ben in the first film. I mean, that scene is very powerful because there's no music, there's not many cuts, and the acting between Tobey Maguire and Rosemary Harris is very good, and I think it's one of the best scenes ever in the film. And Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, he's excellent in the film. I mean, I can't think of anyone else better to play Doc Ock than Alfred Molina in live action form. I mean, just as much as I can't think of anyone else better to play the Green Goblin in live action form than Willem Dafoe. And Alfred Molina, he's a good villain in Spider-Man 2. I really enjoyed him when I saw the film again on the big screen. And the love story between Peter and Mary Jane, I mean, it was very well handled in Spider-Man 2. One of the things that I really like about Spider-Man 2 is how the film ended on a happy note. The film could have easily have ended on a very unhappy note, where Peter lost Mary Jane and she ended up with John Jameson, who she was going to marry in the film. But thankfully the film didn't do that, and I'm glad it ended on the happy ending that it went on. And it warms my heart every time I see the film with Peter and Mary Jane and how that love story is handled. So yeah, I really cherish the film after all these years on the big screen and on DVD and Blu-ray. So yeah, it's still. It has to be one of the best, if not the best, Spider-Man movie ever made, and I highly recommend it. Let me know what you think of the film, if you like it, or if you don't like it. I mean, I've not come across anyone who doesn't like Spider-Man 2, but you do let me know what you think of the movie. And I look forward to sharing my thoughts with you on Spider-Man 3, which I'll be seeing very soon, pretty soon. And I look forward to sharing my thoughts with you sometime maybe next week. Hopefully, yeah. So yeah, definitely keep watching these videos, and I look forward to sharing my thoughts on Spider-Man 3 very soon. Take care, everyone.